All right. Hi, everybody. I am not going to do the traditional opening because there's only the two of us here right now. Yep, Frosty and the Grinch couldn't make it. You decide which one is the Grinch. I'll let you make that decision. um, Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you got over your turkey coma pretty quick. I mean, I spent it with my mother. My family went down to my in-laws' house, had a big dinner and brought it back. My mother and I just sat in her room. No dogs, no cats. Had a good time. Rich, what did you do?
Yeah, I went to my mom's house with with my kids and my grandson,
Uh,
and it was great. It was
Hey
fun.
guys,
My mom, she goes all out. Hey, Alan. My mom goes all out, so she did quite a bit. And then at the end of it, I found out that she doesn't like turkey. And I'm like, what? So next year it's going to be ham, because
it's not bad.
she goes crazy. She makes all kinds. I was stuffed before dinner came up. With
ham,
all her hors d'oeuvres. I'm like, no joke.
ham on.
Hey, Craig. How about you, Alan? How was yours?
Oh, it was good. It was good. Kids were over. We didn't eat till late though. We got started on the dinner late, making it and stuff, and because I had to work that day, and we didn't eat till like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
You guys were probably in your was it tryptophan or whatever?
I think that was like 11 o'clock for me, so I was in bed.
Yeah,
That had already gotten me.
you're
No, I was just starting to like put on crappy movies and write.
Yeah,
Hey, ham is good. I once had, honestly, tofurkey for a Thanksgiving dinner.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I will never do that again.
we had.
Craig and Mike are here.
Mike, how you doing?
Hey, Mike, we had a Thanksgiving one year. We lived like a block away from Walmart. I get ass into Walmart outside the window, and our stove, the element went out in the bottom, right? Before we got the turkey in. So I had to go to Walmart, and then we bought like 2 of those chickens,
Yeah.
So we had the rest of the stuff we were able to cook. We even cooked biscuits rolls on the top of the stove, but
That's great.
wasn't bad. Worked.
Yeah,
You know.
it's just having the family and friends there.
Yep.
Hey, Max, how you doing? Max, good to see you out of the
See you,
hospital.
buddy.
I hope you're feeling much better.
He's extra clean from all those sponge baths.
Well, it was pretty nurses. That's why he stayed there so long. I had a tofurkey sandwich one time. Yeah, the back end of a mule would have tasted better.
Well, Mike, what are you doing? Tasting the back end of mules anyway.
I know, right?
I wasn't going to say anything. We do not judge here.
I've never had it. I'll never try it.
My first wife was vegan, and we went through a stage where I tried it, and finally it was just like, no, look, you can be vegan. I'm gonna be a carnivore. We missed you too, Max. We missed you.
Yeah, man. We've been talking about you all week, hoping you were doing all right.
Nurse assistants named Big Joe kept them clean. If it made him happy.
That's
Hey,
right.
Alan Lassiter.
Oh my God! Right now it's a sausage fest here. We
I
gotta
know.
get some girls on.
Well, you love meat. You are meat.
They come in black.
Now, speaking of sausage fest, we had some really good movies. We had some Christmas movies that were not Christmas movies. I will admit, I had not seen 2 of these. I'd never seen Reindeer Games, and I'd never seen the Long Last Kiss. I watched them both last night, and they were like 2 of the best movies I've seen in years.
Wow.
They weren't viewed that way when they came out, I don't think.
No.
Really?
Yeah. But
No,
yours,
Not even a little.
I love them.
yeah.
But your movie was it used to be at least one of the top 5 grossing films of all time.
Home Alone?
Yeah.
Well, it's a class. It's just a classic. It's like, it's a holiday movie. It's a holiday theme movie that's funny. You like planes, trains, and automobiles for Thanksgiving.
Agreed. I always liked. I didn't think that it was worthy of that. But I guess if I liked it, and if I like it, everybody else likes it. So I guess it has a huge following.
I mean, what made Home Alone was Pesci and the other guy.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
What did his dad do for afford to pay for all the family to fly, overseas and then come back?
Did you see that house?
Yeah,
something good.
Yeah, he was probably a bookie or something. So.
Yeah, that was late John Hurd too that played his dad.
Yeah,
he's in a lot of good B movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And the mom was she's from Second City TV.
Yeah, I can't think of her name.
She doesn't age. She never.
What's her name? She's
Catherine O'Hara.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know her name like the back of my hand.
Yeah, no, it's. I'll admit, I picked this movie and I never got a chance to watch it. This week was insane, especially because of this one down here. But I'd seen it so many times, and I guess we'll start with the Home Alone. I don't think any of us have to tell you what the plot is about. Macaulay Culkin gets left alone because his family are dorks. They go on vacation, and when Catherine O'Hara realizes, he's home alone, she has to come back, but she can't fly a plane, so she gets on she winds up like going with John Candy and his band. And meanwhile, Macaulay Culkin is home alone, and there's two burglars breaking into all the houses in the neighborhood, and he takes them on. Pesci, and I can't think of the actor who played the other guy.
Daniel Stern.
Yeah, it's a funny movie. It's a great movie. It made Macaulay Culkin. Stern and Pesci were just perfect for this role. That Fred, they're bad guys. They were committed. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm actually reminded that he was a writer.
He was a writer. Must not have been an indie writer.
Oh God, no.
He wasn't writing about zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too, Mike. That you can rent the house, like a B&B. Fred is a fallen angel, Mike. Fred is a fallen angel.
Home Alone. Funny.
So what did you guys think of the movie? I mean, it's classic.
Yeah, go for it.
It's classic. It's not one that I whip out during Christmas anymore. I've, seen it so many times.
Yeah.
I prefer the one where they have the Trump cameo just because it's hilarious.
Oh, the second one, yeah.
That cracks me up. The second one's just like the first one.
Yeah,
it's the same movie. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I think didn't they make a third one without and wow.
Too fast. Oh,
all right. One of you keep it up.
trying to do it.
It's funny. And the cameo, going across country with John Candy was perfect.
Yeah.
There was some college did a study. If Macaulay Culkin had actually done those things to two robbers, if anyone had done them, they never would have survived.
Well, what was that movie with the staff that attacks those terrorists or those robbers that just came out last year?
The what attacks them?
What the one with where it's actually Santa Claus? David.
Oh, Silent Night.
Violent Night.
Violent
Yeah.
Night. Right.
He actually does some of that stuff and what they're crushing heads. I mean,
Yeah.
I
still got to rewatch that. I still got to rewatch that. That is a holiday classic now.
It is. It is.
Yeah, we'll do that. We did it last year, but we can do a quick recap this year again because I got to watch that again.
It's great.
The Fat Man's not too bad either with Mel Gibson.
I just watched it the other day. I like that. Anything Walton Goggins is in is fantastic. Are you guys fans of the Fallout game?
Yes.
Because Amazon's having a TV show, Fallout, and Walton Goggins plays one of the ghouls.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. He plays the noseless guy, doesn't he?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. They
That'll be-
posted some shots of it. I put it up on, or I will be putting it up on the my Facebook page. It looks exactly like the video game.
Does it?
Yeah. So as long as they don't screw up the plot too much, but it's going to be hard to translate that from the video game to the movie.
Agreed. Hey, before I launch into Home Alone, shout out to weird kid Sylvester Barzy, who just had a baby.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Sylvester.
Congratulations
For you. Rich is a great name. It's,
Yes.
You needed to name him. Scott and Allen, no, you don't want to go down that road. But Rich, good name. So
The only sad thing now is it'll be, since your birthday is so close to Christmas, we'll give you one gift.
Yeah.
You have a happier
Congratulations,
birthday.
Sylvester. And I hope your mother, I hope your wife and the child are doing good.
Yeah,
And enjoy it while you can. You'll never have a sleepless night for 18 years.
True.
Fantastic. I've seen Home Alone probably 5 times, maybe. I don't watch it every year like everyone else does, but it's good. I mean, the first time I saw it, I very much enjoyed it, and every now and then, during Christmas, like I haven't seen it in 5 years, 2 years, whatever. I'll watch it again. But just like Scott and Alan said, there's no chance anybody's watching this hasn't seen it. I mean, everybody watches that movie. It was one of the highest rated movies of all time. Highest grossing movies of all time. Little kid does what he does to the bad guys, and that's it. I'm not going to tell you the plot because you all know it already. I like it. It's not top tier for me for Christmas, but it's definitely worth watching. And like I said, I'll watch it probably in a couple of years if I'm still alive, if this cough doesn't kill me.
You will be.
Yeah, but that's about all I have on Home Alone.
Oh, you're falling down, Rich. Chloe said she's never seen Home Alone.
Oh, all right. What? You've never seen Home Alone? Come over here. Come over here. I don't care about your blankie.
But it's this younger generation doesn't see the classic movies like we did.
Look right there and tell them you're going to watch Home Alone.
I'll watch Home Alone.
Good. Now,
All right.
Kids, I've never seen Home Alone.
I know.
Wow. Huh. All right.
I almost had to take away your dad card there.
I know, right? I almost lost it right there. I haven't seen Home. Now I got to watch Home Alone. I just said I'm not going to watch it for a couple of years. Kids,
Just hope it doesn't give you kids any ideas.
Yeah.
Damn. So you want to pop into the Long Kiss Goodnight, Alan?
Are we going to rate these movies?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
You give it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
All
Scott.
right, I'll stop. 4.75.
Big man?
4? I give 4.
Yeah, I think I'll give it a 4 as well. It's like I said, it's not my favorite Christmas movie, but it's up there. Kind of not really a Christmas movie anyway, but Christmas is in it.
Well, and then do you want to jump into Lethal Weapon since that's another one everybody has seen?
Yeah, exactly.
Lethal Weapon's great. Great.
And I don't think we have to go over the plot of that one.
No.
That's just a classic movie with the straight cop, Danny Glover. Mel Gibson is the cop over the deep edge. And before he went insane, Gary Busey played the bad guy.
Yeah, Gary Busey and someone else was in that. Was a bad guy too. But yeah, Gary Busey is great in that.
Yeah.
That kind of revitalized his career for a heartbeat. Until he imploded it again.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good. I think the first 2 Lethal Weapons are Christmas thing or Christmas time movie.
I don't remember.
Oh, there's a second one?
Lethal Weapon?
Isn't the second one with Joe Pesci?
Yeah. There's 4 of them and working on a 5th one, I believe now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, those movies are fun.
Yeah,
They're shoot 'em ups, quips, and Mel Gibson. Can't go wrong with Mel Gibson.
No. Yeah. Big fan. Fat Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Batman's Christmas movie.
Okay.
That is.
I've got to watch that. I've not seen that yet.
Oh, that's top notch. It's great. I've seen it twice now. It's better the second time.
Which
Okay.
one?
Fat Man.
Oh, Fat Man. Oh, yeah.
Is that what you were talking about, Scott?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I've heard it's good. I did not know that Gary Max that Gary hit his head on that movie, and now that's why he's
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, it wasn't in the movie. He got in a motorcycle accident.
oh
He smashed in his noggin.
yeah.
I recently saw it was a photograph of him standing next to a tree, and the tree had his face carved into it, and it was like 3D. It was phenomenal. Let me see if I can find it.
Gary Busey is a good guy. He's a good actor. It's just, and he jumps in. He makes fun of himself for that weirdness he's got.
Have you ever seen him at DC Cab? It's a comedy. He's got one of the best lines ever written.
Huh.
He's talking about women. He says they have all the money. They have half the money. They have all the money and half the P word. Like I said, that's one of the greatest lines in a comedy.
You know, there's another classic movie that only a few people have seen, but God, so many people got their start in that movie. It was one of the first movies. Oh God, I can't. Bill Maher was in that.
He's in DC Cab too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bill Maher was in DC Cab, all of them.
Mr. T.
Adam Baldwin was in it.
Yeah.
Animal Mother. In fact, he was the main character, I believe. Right? He inherited the cab company or whatever, and
I think so.
yeah, he's like an innocent kind of guy, and all. You know, Mr. T, like you said. And, the guy from Barney Miller. Fish, not Fish. One of the guys from Barney Miller was in it, and it's a classic. You got to watch it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't seen it in many years.
No, I haven't seen it in about. I got to rewatch it, but it was just the last time I watched it. It was like, oh my God, Bill Maher is in it.
Yeah, he's actually
comedy.
Yeah, he's actually good in it. Yeah,
he is. So what do we give Lethal Weapon?
I'll give it a 4.5.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon's getting a 4.5 from me too.
I love that series. It's ridiculous, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 4.7.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
The first one is still classic to me. Like when he grabs the guy, the suicide jumper, and he jumps off with him, but they land in the thing. Those are classic.
Do you really want to go? Do you?
Well, nobody does anguish like him. Like, you know, he must have that inside him. You know, he projects it so well.
Excuse me. Agreed.
Yeah.
And yes, I think DC Cab was made in the mid to late 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ash is in the house.
Hi, Ash.
Ash is saying that Home Alone is a good guide to booby traps. So if he buys any paint cans, I'll be careful. All right, let's jump into the two movies that at least I had never seen until last night, and I think they're phenomenal. So there was
The Long Kiss and what's yours, Rick? Yes.
Reindeer Games. Go ahead, you go.
I've never seen Reindeer Games either, but I'll do the Long Kiss Goodnight. I love this movie. It's Shane Black. It's written by Shane Black. Lethal Weapon, Predator. I mean, this guy, he puts out some. The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis, one of my favorite movies. The dialogue that he writes, I wish I could write some of that dialogue, you know. And it's directed by Rennie Harlan, who did Die Hard 2, and I think Cliffhanger. So he's got some action movies under his belt, pretty good ones, you know. This one, Gina Davis is this Midwest mother, single mother. She's got a boyfriend. She's just average. She's a wreck. All of a sudden, something clicks in her, and she's this CIA operative, and she's slowly remembering who she is. and she's got several people that want to kill her, and they find out that she's still alive and who she is by some news broadcast they see her in, and they try to kill her. They kidnap her, of course. There's some big set pieces, a lot of great snappy dialogue, like when the daughter, I don't want to die, and Gina Davis is like, you're not gonna die, they're gonna die, crap like that. And it's a good flick. It's just a lot of action. Sam Jackson's in it as the sidekick comic foil.
Yeah.
He does great. Yeah, that's early.
Shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like 5 times.
yeah.
Right. Yes, they did.
Nick Fury.
Yeah. Let they say something like, did you major in stupid while they're messing with him? He's like, yeah, I did. It's a good action flick. It's solid. It really is. Movie made like I think 20 million over its budget, so it wasn't considered a hit. And it's one of those movies that came and went. People saw it, but it wasn't a big flick. But I recommend this flick if you want to see a good action flick, 80 or early 90s style. This is a good one, and it's got a great supporting cast.
Yeah.
What do you guys got to throw?
I think this is one of Gina Davis's best movies.
Yeah,
she's super smart. She's a Mensa lady. And looking at the way she was when she was the housewife, and she was all bubbly and happy, and things start to come back to her, and then all of a sudden she takes a whack to the head and she starts to remember things, and it's just this boink, this flip.
Yeah.
And she's got, she's really pretty. She's got the long brown auburn locks, and she cuts it off, dyes her hair blonde, and she just turns into this like super sexy spy / assassin that just needs to kill everybody. Initially, she doesn't want to go back to her old life, and then she realizes that she does love her daughter and the guy that she's with. So it's all about saving the kid, because the bad guys, of course, catch the kid, and they're going to use the kid against her. And it was really well done. A lot of blowing stuff up, a lot of bullets, some decent firearms. I don't think it's the best movie I've ever seen, but it's definitely it's pretty good. And like Alan said, not the best at the box office, and that's likely why it doesn't have a huge following like Lethal Weapon or Die Hard or something like that. And it was supposed to be, they were going to do a sequel, and they just didn't do it because the funds weren't there. So, but I think, this and probably Beetlejuice are Gina's best acting roles because of that, just the way she just went from, bubbly little housewife to assassin, like boom. And it was like just a flip, and it was great.
Right.
What about you, Scott?
When this was picked, I thought the Long Kiss Goodnight or whatever the name of it was. I'm like, this is a love story. I think that might be one of the reasons it died at the box office. The title of it. Gina Davis was fantastic in it. And like you said, the way she goes from just being this mild, meek housewife to, shooting guys and taking them down and breaking legs. And I love the fact that Samuel Jackson was not the hero. Like you said, he was the comic sidekick. He was
the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the guy in the background that was trying to help out and always getting his ass kicked. And and I did like the twist about, it was the CIA plotting a terrorist attack like they did with the first World Trade Center, supposedly, to get everybody in. And, I kind of thought she wasn't going to die at the end. Here are Samuel Jackson with the truck scene on the bridge when they're going to blow it up. But God, it was such good tension. Of course, I'm laughing to myself. 3 seconds to explosion. Cross the bridge, guys, and all the bad guys get blown out.
Professional tough guys doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, I know. It's good. It was fun. I really enjoyed I stayed up till after 2:00 last night watching it.
Wow.
And you can see Fred behind me. He's looking for food on the table. Gina Davis is not the greatest actress, but I do like her because she's a better actress than a lot of the other big name beauty actresses. I mean, me personally, I think she blows away Sharon Stone. I think she's better than Julia Roberts. I haven't seen Cutthroat Island, Max, but another movie she was good in was The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I think that was her real big movie, right?
Yeah, that was a big one.
I think that was the one that, made her a star.
Yeah, because Beetlejuice, she was kind of in the background, right, with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I mean, Michael Keaton stole the show on that one.
Oh yeah, you can't compare Michael Keaton when he's on a roll.
But I guess they just finished filming Beetlejuice 2 with Michael Keaton, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, he's still. If you've seen that Flash movie where he comes back as Batman, he's great in that. That makes the whole movie worth. That whole shitstorm of a movie we're watching is the Michael Keaton Batman scenes.
I did not hate that movie. Everybody hates that movie. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
The new one or his Batman?
Both, actually. I like the new Flash movie that Alan's talking about with his cameo. It's not a cameo. He's in it for quite a while. But I liked it.
I thought he did a good Batman. I liked it.
I didn't. No, he was the best part. To me, he was the best part of that movie.
Yeah, he was. You're right. He was.
Just the CGI was so bad in this one.
Yeah, you're actually that. It wasn't great. Yeah, that's true.
If it was
past that,
it had some cool things like where it had the what's his name? That's Ben Affleck Batman show up. I mean, that was kind of cool because it was unexpected. You're expecting Michael Keaton, and it's what's his face show up. Ben, goes to him, and you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then Nicolas Cage Superman that you just get a quick glimpse of, that was cool too.
Briefly. That was CGI, right? Wasn't that
CGI?
Yeah, that was they made him.
Yeah. So
Ash disagrees with us. Ash says Michael Keaton couldn't even save the Flash.
Well,
maybe Hasselhoff.
my favorite movie. Well, I think all the controversy with the main actor too.
Yeah.
But I saw it for free, so I can't bitch.
What's that?
I saw it for free, so I can't bitch about it. I'm thankful I saw it for free.
So what are we rating this Long Kiss Goodnight?
I'm going to give it a 4.25. I love the dynamics between the two of them. I loved how Samuel Jackson was not the superhero star. Plus, it was about CIA bad guys. I mean, come on, you gotta love them.
Some big names in this one too: Brian Cox, Melina, Kenna Carides.
Yeah.
Who's the main bad guy?
Craig Bierko. He was
what else was he in?
96 star.
Yeah, but what was he in?
Yeah.
I know him. I know I've seen him.
We're talking about the black-haired guy that was going toe-to-toe with her, right?
Yeah.
I looked him up. He's got a long list of movies, but nothing outstanding.
Yeah.
I think he's just one of those character actors that you see and go, oh, yeah, I remember him. But
yeah.
I'm trying to think what I know the sitcoms I used to see him in, and he was actually pretty funny. But I can't remember the movie. I know. But that did have a great, and this was written by Shane Black. Shane Black, in my eyes, can almost do wrong. That guy writes sarcastic, great dialogue. If you what's that one? You ever seen that one with the guy who plays Iron Man, and he's a Val Kilmer. He's like a detective.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
It's like called The Long Kiss. Something.
I do remember that
story, but it's freaking great. Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. I have to look that up. So, what did you give it, Alan?
I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a solid 4.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.75. It's a movie. I honestly, I didn't know that I would ever watch it again, but I'm glad because I had seen it before. But I'm glad I did. It was like I said, Gina Davis was pretty good in it. Stellar cast, really good cast. Samuel L. Jackson, when he's playing that role, it's just hilarious. He's just funny.
Yeah.
And because I'll give it a 3.75 because of that. I thought it was pretty good. I might actually watch it again someday.
Yeah,
I probably will.
So it'd been a while for me. Well, let's move on to yours, man.
All right. Well, excuse me. Damn cough. My movie was Reindeer Games. This stars Ben Affleck. It's an action flick from the year 2000. And Charlize Theron is in it. The film has a great supporting cast with Gary Sinise, James Frain, if you know who that is, Dennis Farina, Donald Logue, Clarence Williams, Link from Mod Squad, and Danny Trejo, of course, Danny Trejo. There's also a very short cameo by Isaac Hayes, who's, I love Isaac Hayes, always did. Yeah. Directed by John Frankenheimer. The film's about a car thief named Rudy Duncan who's coming off a 5-year stint in Iron Mountain Prison. He and his best friend, also the cellmate, Nick Cassidy, are getting out in a couple of days. Nick, who's pen pals with a girl he's never met, Ashley, is very excited to meet her. Unfortunately for Nick, and also for the film, because, James Frain, who plays Nick, gets shanked in prison 10 minutes in and a day before his release. Pity, because Frain is one of the best actors cast as far as I'm concerned. I love this guy. I love James Frain.
Oh.
Looks like, hold on a second. My mouse died.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Anyway, Rudy gets released. He sees Ashley, who's played by Charlize Theron, searching for her dead, almost boyfriend in the prison release parking lot of all places. Ever the hero, Rudy takes the place of Nick because he's a super nice guy, and totally not because Charlize Theron is a total smoke show looking for some prison nookie, right? The nookie hits hard, and if you're a Charlize Theron fan, this film is for you because she is quite naked a few times. Enter Monster, played by Gary Sinise, who is Ashley's brother and a career criminal, albeit a poor one. Monster and his band of miscreants, played by the actors I mentioned in the first paragraph. Shanghai Nick, who's really Rudy, because they know Nick used to work at a casino, and the thugs, they want to rob the casino. Rudy, who is not Nick, has to survive, so after initially telling the bad guys that he is not Nick, Rudy, realizing that the thieves won't need him and will ventilate his cranium, recants his not Nick persona and becomes Nick. There's a spiffy swimming pool scene where we find out 2 great facts. Ashley is actually Monster's girlfriend, and that Miss Theron still has wonderful boobs. Hijinks ensue as the fellas dress up as dime store Santas and attempt to rob the hell out of the casino. Of course, no plan survives contact with the enemy, and 3 of the 5 Santas meet their end during the robbery. Wise guy Dennis Farina runs a casino, and he uses an Uzi to even the odds by killing Danny Trejo, who has died more times in film than any other actor, depending on who you talk to, because some say it's Christopher Lee. I can't get a definitive answer on that. I thought it was Danny Trejo, then I thought it was Christopher Lee. I don't know. Anywho, Rudy, Monster, and Ashley, they survive the robbery, take the fat stacks of cash. Monster and Ashley plan to push Rudy off a cliff while he's in his car is on fire, but yet, in another twist, Ashley shoots Monster, and Nick, who died in the first 10 minutes, shows up as the true villain who had used Rudy's empathy and pity to get him to do all the dirty work. In a stunning turn of events, the last 2 bad guys put a car thief in charge of a car. He hotwires it, runs over Nick, pushes Ashley off the cliff, then stupidly distributes the stolen money into mailboxes on Christmas Day as he makes his way home. I mean, who would do that? The guy's got millions of dollars and he gives it away? What a dick. This is a heist film, and it's full of twists and turns. And as it's 23 years old, I don't feel bad if I wrecked it and gave you all the ending, the tough shit. Y'all had plenty of time in the past 23 years to watch it. The funny thing is, with this stellar cast, the film was a box office flop. $42 million budget, it only grossed $32 million in return. 2 bits of trivia. Vin Diesel was supposed to play the Donald Logue part, but had disagreements with Frankenheimer, I guess. And the full sex scene between Affleck and Theron had to be cut because it was so graphic. Frankenheimer thought the film would receive an NC-17 rating. I kind of want to see that scene.
I want to see. I hope it's on like the director's cut.
I guess there is a director's cut, and there's more of that scene, but still not the full scene.
Oh.
So what did you guys think? I love this movie. What did you guys think?
Well, Ben Affleck had a good. If Ben Affleck had a scene with Charlize Theron that had to be cut, he had a good movie.
What
So what
do
do
you
you
guys think?
Nico, okay.
Yeah, Scott.
I had never seen this. I had no idea what it was like. I fell in love with this movie last night. The acting, I did not like anybody in this movie. The only person I kind of liked was Rudy because he was so sweet, he was so kind, and then the poor guy gets killed. Ben Affleck was a dick. But he was still the most likable of them when you compare him to Gary Sinise and the sister and the rest of them. But it was fun. I love this. The twists and turns, the dressed up as Santa Claus trying to raid the cheap ass casino on Christmas Eve, how everything goes south, and those two twists at the end, like you were saying, when Ben Affleck realizes that she had set up Rudy to get killed because she talked about it being shanked when nobody else had mentioned it. That's when I was like, oh shit. And then after they kill Sinise, when Rudy shows up, that was like, oh, I did not see that coming. Which is one of the reasons why I loved this movie. I thought it was great. You didn't like the characters. They weren't supposed to be likable. The plot was good. It was great. I enjoyed it. I really did. I'm glad. I never would have watched it if it wasn't part of the cast tonight, but it was phenomenal.
Good. Well, you feel like?
I really never wanted to see this movie. I think it was the way it was marketed, and I'm not a big Ben fan. Probably because he's from asshole. Probably.
Yeah, right. What
That's probably the reason why.
assholes.
Yeah, those guys. But
Yeah.
I think it's just the way it was marketed. But I watched it and it had that twist in it. It was like crap, and you got Dennis Farina and Donald Logue. Those guys are great.
Yeah.
Well, Dennis Farina was great, I guess, but Donald Logue, man, I'll watch anything with him in it. He's always a fun watch. And Danny Trejo, you know what you can get from him. And I think you're right on that. He's been killed the most because he's still putting films out.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that, and then I because I thought that, I looked it up, and a lot of places say Christopher Lee,
Wow.
but then I looked up Danny Trejo being the most killed, and it says Danny Trejo is the most killed. So
I've got to go with Danny Trejo on that one. He dies in almost every movie.
Same character in every movie.
Christopher Lee, I can remember him living through more than half the movies I've seen.
He made a lot of movies, though. I believe he has more movies than anyone else.
Christopher Lee?
Yeah, I think
Probably.
he has the most films made.
Have
Well,
you
most
guys
in them?
have you guys seen or downloaded his Heavy Metal Christmas?
No.
Go check it out. It's funny. He sings like Silver Bells and that with the heavy metal twist. It's a riot.
Guy spoke like 7 languages. He hunted Nazis. He got stabbed by a Nazi. He was a badass.
Was he SAS or was he something else?
What's that?
Was he SAS? Or?
I don't know.
I don't think he was SAS. I think he was with the Secret Service, MI5 or MI6. But yeah, he was. I mean, when you think of the guy's career, the movies he's been in, the actor, I mean, for God's sakes, he was Frankenstein, he was Dracula, he was in Lord of the Rings, he was in a Bond movie. He got to be in the Bond movie with Carolyn Monroe, Then he winds up doing heavy metal music.
Well, this guy. I wonder what's going through this guy's mind because I've been to war, obviously killed people, and now he's dressing up with these Star Wars characters, or these hobbits. You got to think what's going through his mind. Him probably looking at things, going, these people, I'm part of this, but these people haven't seen the shit I've seen. The mileage I put. That probably made him a pretty well-rounded character as compared to like Ben Affleck. It made him probably a pretty decent person.
Well, I was just about to point out what Ash said. Ash actually got to talk to him over the phone once. Oh, and he was SAS.
Was that okay? That's badass.
Yeah, Ash got
Long Range Desert Patrol, right?
yes. Well, it was started as Long Range Desert during the North Africa conflict. I think it went on after that, but yes, he was, Max. He got his knighthood.
His mother was she an Italian? Was she a Contessa? Like a female count? Is that what she was?
I think she was. Yeah, I think she was.
Wow.
Lower level royalty.
Yeah. He was also related to Robert E. Lee, I think.
Oh,
I read that someplace. I can't remember if that's true or not.
Well, didn't he play Count Dooku?
Yes. Yes, he did. Definitely a count. There you go.
yeah, that's right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Ash, am I correct? He refused to sign anything from Hammer related. He wouldn't sign any of his roles, any of the things that was made by Hammer, right?
How come? Do you know?
I can't remember if it was a falling out he had with Hammer or whether it was just, he felt like he was exploited by them because all they wanted to do was make him Dracula or Frankenstein. Yep, his mom was an Italian countess.
You know what's really interesting? The fact that you and Ash played dolls together. I didn't know that. Do you guys accessorize and stuff too? That's pretty cool.
Which one was the doctor and which one was the patient doll?
I was the nurse.
That explains a lot.
Yeah,
So
Ash, I was so jealous. Ash got to talk to him. I wasn't there that time. So, but
cool. That is very cool.
Yeah,
because he's part of history when you look at it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all of us grew up watching those Count Dracula movies, and the ones he did with Peter Cushing, the other horror ones, and
Oh yeah.
so yeah,
And they're not dolls; they're action figures.
Christopher Lee was I think he was the last person to see someone executed by guillotine too, or he saw that the last person.
Yeah.
He
he was there for the last execution.
Wow, he thought Dracula was satanic and he was being exploited by Hammer. That's interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, because he would refuse to sign anything from Hammer. But, if you brought something from one of his other movies, he'd sign it.
What if you brought him a hammer?
I would not bring a guy who was an SAS officer a hammer.
True. Well, so what do we give?
Yeah, he does. It's like right on it's like one of the shelves somewhere behind me. Mine's in a box out in the garage. So I didn't want to lose that one.
What would you give this movie?
I'm going to give it a 4.9. I really liked this movie. It was good. It was fun. The plot twists, the shooting, the ending. And you know me, I don't give many movies 4.9.
No, you don't.
Alan?
I give it a 4. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I wish I would have saw it years ago.
I will also give it a 4. I enjoyed it as well. I remember seeing it when it first came out and thinking, it was all right. It wasn't bad. And then I think this is probably the third time I've seen it. And I enjoyed it this time the most, I think.
Do you like
really liked it. What's that?
Do you like it better than The Town? Have you seen The Town with?
Yeah, that's a tough sell because The Town's a pretty good movie. That's Charlestown. I don't know, man. That's tough.
That's a good flick.
Yeah, that hits home too because it's right up the street from me.
Yeah.
Well, 30 miles, but up the street, but still.
So,
I don't know, man. I love The Town.
So, what are some of your favorite Christmas movies that are Christmas? And as for Die Hard, let me just say it's Christmas Eve. It's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls from Nakatomi Tower.
Die Hard's up there.
Have you seen the Advent calendar? That's Nakatomi Tower.
Yeah.
I got to get one of those some year.
Yeah, those are cool.
Favorite Christmas movie.
Favorites. You don't have to limit it to one.
Scrooge with Albert Finney. Absolutely love that movie.
That's good.
It's a musical. I don't really get into musicals. It was actually one of my wife's favorites too. She loved that movie, and I watch that one every year. The Grinch, Rudolph, love them both. What else? Oh man, they've got some good new ones too. What the heck is the name? I can't remember the names of any of them, but I have them all. Like I can watch them. They're on either on Plex or on Vudu or something like that. So there's dozens. What about you guys?
I've got a good Nicolas Cage Christmas movie for you.
Which one?
Trapped in Paradise. Nicolas Cage, Dana Carvey, and John Lovitz. It's fun. It's really funny. It was made in the 90s, I think, or real early 2000s, but it's called Trapped in Paradise. There are these crooks. They're going to rob this bank in this town, and they get taken in by the townspeople. They're still planning on robbing this bank, but then, it's a whole Christmas theme thing. Pretty funny. It's actually pretty good. Die Hard 2. That's my favorite Die Hard Christmas movie. Because there's more Christmas in that one, I think. Yeah.
Well, at the end of Die Hard, I love it when, the house has been destroyed. It's a wreck. Mel Gibson walks in. The dog goes. You can hear all the crashing. And Danny Glover stops and just screws in one Christmas light.
I'm too old for this shit.
Let's see. Max said it. Christmas Vacation is a fun one. Yeah. I love that.
Tough to beat.
I love Uncle Eddie. He is the sweetest, nicest guy. He's got a heart of gold. He's a dork, but he's got a heart of gold. But for me, favorites, Atlas to Sims Christmas Carol. The old one where they go back in time and they really show him everything. I love that one.
Yeah.
A Christmas Story. That's just
yeah.
I love that one. You'll shoot your eye out. Violent Night is up there now. And another one I really love is A Christmas Horror Story with William Shatner.
The ending on that saved that movie.
Sorry?
The ending.
Yes.
Movie.
Yes.
Insane.
Yeah. And now another movie I like. It's not my favorite. It's the sequel to A Christmas Story. When Ralphie and the kid and the brother go back, it's very sad, but it's very, if you had like a family, like a mother or father who passed away that you really loved, it's very good. It's very nostalgic. And the end of that movie was so awesome.
I liked it. I thought
Ashes on a Christopher Leaf thing now. So I guess I'm gonna have to dress up like Van Helsing and play with him tonight.
Oh boy!
Why don't you film that? You'll put it on TikTok. You get followers.
Put it on OnlyFans.
8 Crazy Nights, Adam Sandler's animated movie. I like that one.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
I like that one too.
It's fun, worth a view, a look-see.
What's the name of it again?
8 Crazy Nights, animated.
Okay.
Trying to think what else.
Christmas movies, man. There's so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just come up empty when you're thinking about it.
Oh, Screw with Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good, and I do like Albert Finney.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Every time around Christmas, I'm walking through the mall saying, thank you very much Thank you very much.
Just a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's Christmas. Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm looking stuff up now.
And that was never a favorite of mine.
It's my daughter. It's one of Chloe's favorites. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Oh, that was actually
Surprisingly good, actually. Arthur Christmas is the one I was thinking of. That's the one I like.
which one?
It's called Arthur Christmas.
Have you guys ever seen the Star Wars Christmas special?
Did you watch one? Oh my
The one
God.
that was on, the one that was like on television with B. Arthur.
With the animated Boba Fett cartoon in it?
I don't remember if there's the Boba Fett.
I think that's the one.
Santa Claus. Those were good movies.
What do you guys think of Elf?
I love
Hey.
it.
It drives me nuts.
Why? What drives you crazy about it? Just him?
I can only take so much at Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
I mean, he's funny, but then he's not. You
Yeah.
know?
I really can't stand him. I can't stand Will Ferrell, but I love that movie and I love him in it. I think he does a really good job in that movie of just being a moron. You know, it's fantastic. And I thought he played really well. And James Caan just kills it in that movie too.
And it was the dynamic between the two of them.
Exactly.
James Caan was so Scroogey, and Elf was just so Christmassy. Now, I'm not a big fan of Will Ferrell, but that is the one Will Ferrell movie I really enjoy.
Yeah.
We've all watched Anna and the Apocalypse, right? That happened.
It's okay, yeah.
Yeah, that one's okay. Yeah. That one's okay. There's got to be more out there that just. There's Mel Gibson, Violent Night. There's a new action for Christmas. I can't think of the name of it.
There's a new what now?
Huh?
What'd you say? There's a new what?
There's a new one coming out with Joel Kinnaman, a new action Christmas movie. Hadley was was looking forward to it. Oh. I can't think of the name of it.
And then there's the old Black Christmas.
Yeah, Black Christmas.
Gremlins, I guess you could include.
Krampus was good.
Oh, yes. Krampus. How can I forget that one?
You better watch out. That was interesting.
Oh, here's one we got to do next year. Werewolf Santa.
Ooh.
Santa Jaws.
Santa Jaws. Oh,
the
Christmas Chronicles. Have you guys seen those? There's two of them now. Kurt Russell.
No, I haven't seen those.
Oh, they're both pretty good. They're not fantastic, but there's a scene in the first one. There's a scene where he's in jail, and then there's a bunch of musicians like Van Zant's in there. It's pretty good. I definitely recommend it.
Did they have a scene where he's in a bar and he's telling these people about what they want for Christmas or something?
Kinda.
Or is that the second one?
That's in the first one. It's kinda, and then they take the guy's Challenger.
Yeah. I saw part of that. That was pretty good. That was
not bad.
I'm just looking through some of the Christmas movies on here.
How about The Thing?
The Thing?
No, that's not a Christmas movie.
It was cold and wintry.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
Yeah, you got to watch The Grinch. You got to watch Rudolph.
Yeah.
Rudolph is okay. Rudolph is not bad. I love Cornelius, Yukon Cornelius. But I never could get into Peanuts. My mother made me watch it, but it was like all they did was bully the kid, Nobody ever stood up for him except Linus.
Yeah, I liked him when I was a kid, but you're right. Charlie Brown was a loser. Yeah. So, yeah.
Poor Charlie Brown.
I know, right? He should have kicked Lucy in the head.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Lewis, the Kurt Russell movies are the Christmas Chronicles.
I've never heard of those. I'll have to watch
They're
them.
actually pretty good. It's not groundbreaking, but it's definitely worth seeing.
Yeah, and I've never seen Bad Santa, Craig. I have to see that. Billy Bob Thornton is funny. I love him.
Bad Santa's worth seeing. A couple good scenes.
There's a movie out there. I got to look into it. It was listed in the thing from 2018, A Raunchy Christmas Story. A group of millennials arrange a secluded Christmas party to put romance back into a friend's life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Oh, Office Party.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes, that one I have heard.
Now, you've never seen it, Rich?
No,
Yes.
I have.
God, I forgot about that one. That one is priceless.
That's Jennifer Aniston, right?
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston. It's got a huge cast.
Yeah. 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 I can't even remember who's in it, but it's huge.
I love the woman who plays the human resources specialist.
I don't remember it. I'll have to watch it again. I know I saw it.
It's pretty funny. It's really raunchy, but it's hilarious.
Oh, it is. But I would love to do something like that. I don't blame them for going overboard since they were going to get shut down anyway.
Yeah.
God, I wish we had. Well, during the agency days, back in like the 60s and 70s, some of the guys were telling me the Christmas parties in the hallways were really over the top. They had liquor. You could find people being naughty and nice in the hallways. It was a good old time.
Is this at Langley?
This is at Langley. This used to be the CIA headquarters, but like early 80s and all that, they all tamped that down. You couldn't do that anymore. I missed it.
Yeah, work parties are a risky thing. They are a risky thing nowadays.
Yeah. You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
True that. Yeah,
Willy Wonka, my point out, Willy Wonka, I love Willy Wonka because Gene Hackman does such a great job. Like the meme says, for a few minutes, you actually believe he's going to let the kids die.
What version is that?
That's the one with what's his name? Gene Wilder.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I did not like the one with Johnny Depp. Oh my God, that creeped the hell out of me. It was like, can we say child molester?
Actually, Christopher Lee was his dad in that movie. Wasn't
Really?
Christopher Lee his father?
I don't
Christopher
remember.
Lee is Johnny Depp's father, and he's Willy Wonka's father.
Wow.
And that's why Willy Wonka loves candy, because Christopher Lee wouldn't allow it.
Oh.
He was a dentist. He was a dentist. I remember.
Yeah.
Now I gotta look it up. I know it was Christopher Lee. I don't have to look it up. Full circle. Everything is Christopher Lee. It's like the 7 levels of Christopher Lee.
Right? All in. Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite Christopher Lee movies. It's not a good movie. It's a B movie. It's with Peter Cushing, but it's a great monster flick. Island of Terror.
How about Terror Train? Are they both in that one?
I don't know.
Fishing.
Oh, Horror Express. Yeah.
Horror Express. That's what it was like. Not Terror Train.
Yeah. No. Oh, Horror Express is a classic. And
Telly Savalas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a cheap piece of crap, but still, I love the music to it.
Yeah. No. As a kid, man, that was just yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I have to make a confession on as a kid. So as a kid, I watched The Night Stalker. Darren McGavin, Colchester, Night Stalker. My dad. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
I have been watching them. I'm up to like episode 8. Oh my God, they're awful. They're awful. They're so boring. I'm gonna watch it. There's 20 episodes. I'm gonna watch every one of them.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, there was this episode with the mannequins. I don't know if you remember that. She was a witch. And she had these mannequins attack, and I was like, oh my God, it was so terrifying. I looked at it, it was awful. It was just, oh, it was so stupid.
Oh, I don't remember. I'm watching them too. I'm watching them.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was Darren McGavin that made me want to become a writer.
Oh,
I loved
loved
yes.
those shows back then, and now I just
They're
Blasphemy.
poorly made today, but you still got to admit those openings, the
Yeah.
opening dialogue and the ending dialogue, that's what made it.
there
Yeah.
are good parts, but like the creature makeup is it's
Well,
1974.
I
I
thought the
felt
good. The movie I thought was really solid.
The vampire movie, you mean?
Yeah, the vampire one.
Oh,
But I haven't seen it since then.
I haven't either. So yeah, I started watching the series the other day. I'm doing like 1 or 2 a day, and I think I'm up to like 8 or 9 or something like that. I'm just
no, I've just gotten through the Jack the Ripper one.
that's the first one. Yeah, that's
Now, one thing I agree with you on one thing. As a kid, Lost in Space was the greatest TV show made.
It was.
And then, like after 40 years, it came on to Me TV or something. And I started watching it. It was like, oh my God, how stupid was that?
Okay, I've been watching on Tubi Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
And it actually,
Yeah. I bet it holds up.
yeah.
It had great guest stars.
Yeah.
Scotty as the mad scientist and the Japanese officer. I can't remember who.
George
the guy who played Harold Hecuba.
Yeah. Oh.
Phil Silvers, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was so. Yeah, I think it was.
Yes, to be or not to be.
It's funny. I was watching it. My grandson, he's 6. He liked it. He said, "Hey, Grandpa, can you put that show, the Island show on?" Like, yeah, but
how many episodes of Gilligan's Island were there?
3. So
It was 3 seasons.
I think it was 3 seasons.
Oh, man.
I figured out why the professor never could fix. He could make nuclear weapons out of coconuts and that. Why would you fix the boat? You're stuck on the island with an old husband and wife who are in love with each other, Skipper and little Buddy, and 2 gorgeous women. Would you fix the boat?
Well, Jim Backus, his dialogue in that is great. If you watch it, it's funny today.
I gotta watch it now. It's on Tubi. Damn.
Tubi, yeah. I think it's only 3 seasons long. I could be wrong. It could be 5. I know like 1 or 2 are in black and white, and then the rest is in color. And finally, they, I think in the 3rd season they incorporate Mary Professor, into the song.
Yeah, the Professor and Marianne.
Yeah.
Jim,
I'm gonna have to cut it. I gotta go.
All right, guys.
But thanks everybody.
Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you all. And I'm not sure when the next show is. I'm not sure if we have one before Christmas.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Rare Imports. That was a good one. That's a great one.
I haven't seen that in a while. I got to rewatch it. Anyways.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say HBIC will tell us when the next show is.
Yes. Yes.
Boss will let us all know.
Yeah.
I thought it was next week.
I don't remember. I'm lucky I'm even here.
Well,
thanks everybody.
Next week or
we love you
later.
Stay with you.
Take care.